Shall I play the video?
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Is audio available for this, ma'am?
The audio is very less, but it's not required.
Yes, ma'am.
Still, I will be sending the link over here if it's not audible in the chat box. Audio is not required, but still, if you want, you can click on the link as given in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
I will again. So, after watching this video, what comes in your mind? Is there anything which comes in your mind after watching this video? Anybody who would like to say? I can see 43 participants over here. Anybody who want to say after watching this video, what things that comes in your mind? Anybody who would like to speak? If not, then you can type it in the chat box that I can know your presence and you are listening to me. Anybody? Bharat ji, Divya ji, Meena ji, Prabhu ji, anybody who would like to speak after watching this video? What is the first thing that comes in your mind after watching the video? Sangeeta ji, Satish ji, Savita ji. I hope you have played the video, this video, in your system or mobile.
Is important.
Sorry?
Creating interest is important.
Can you please? Okay. Yes, you have raised the hand. Please tell what is the first thing that comes in your mind after watching this video. What it significant? What is the significance of this video? What it is telling? What is it is depicting? Hari Priya ji, you have raised the hand. Do you want to say anything? If not, then please lower your hand, or you can type it in chat box to answer my question. So in that video, we observed that most of the people were using escalator. See, most of the people were using, stairs. Most of the people were using stairs. See, most of the people were using escalator and they were avoiding stairs. So, what is required? What is required if they want to use, if they prefer to use stairs? So this requires change, innovative idea. This innovation is required. This change is required because until and unless there is a change, they are not going to prefer stairs instead of escalator. So the idea came into the mind. What they did, they fixed piano. They are fixing piano. See, they are fixing piano in each stairs, in the stairs. And when one put their steps on the stair, the piano plays. Due to this, elder people, children, kids, adults, most of the people were using and shifted from escalator to stairs. See, now I prefer to go through stairs because it becomes a fun activity. Whenever they put their steps up on the stair, the piano plays. See, everybody is moving, shifted from escalator to stairs. So this was the idea. This is the change. So in our daily life, this change is required. Until there is a change, we cannot move further. So everywhere in banking sector, if I talk about in insurance sector, in marketing sector, in education sector, there is a change. We have moved from traditional method to modern method. So if I talk about education sector, traditionally, what was happened? If I talk about education was commenced under the supervision of gurus. That time, Gurukul system was followed. Everybody used to sit in the house of gurus and they studied there. These are the students. There were no special classes arranged for them. There were no labs. There were no classes. What they have to do? They either they go to the guru's house, or they wherever they find a place under the shade of the tree, they sit there and they study. So texts were recorded on the palm leaves by using some sharp writing instrument. Their curriculum includes Vedas, Vedic culture, spiritual and moral literature. That time, physical education was in demand. There was a demand of riding, wrestling, jumping, hunting. So these were the activities which every student have to participate. After Vedic period, after this first phase, there comes pre-independence period, independence era. Under this era, there was an influence of Mughal and British. The Mughal period brought Islamic pride to bring Islamic culture, and British Raj opened many Christian missionaries, schools and colleges. After this, colonial system came into the picture, and there was a dominance of English language. But it was the base of higher education. So this is the era where English was more in demand, and it was considered as a base of higher education. The third era was post-independence. Post-independence means the host of the education institution was set up by the government, and they tried to establish many premier schools, either private institution and government institution. And that time IITs and IIMs were established. Girls' education was more focused. So this was the era of post-independence. So there were three phases. After this, when we move forward, if you see this again, by observing this picture, what comes in your mind? By observing this picture, this is the classroom. But if it is the traditional way of teaching, here it is the class where only one teacher is teaching the entire students in a four-wall of the classroom. Here knowledge is fixed, as if the file is transferred from one PC to another PC, right? Here it is a class of 30 to 40 students where teacher is dictating a lesson and students are just writing it down. So here we can say knowledge is fixed. Whatever the teacher is saying, the students are just noting it down, right? There is no critical thinking. Then after thinking, the era comes when there was the demand of online learning. Online learning means teachers are coming up with new methods, new pedagogies. Teachers were using Zoom meeting, seminar. They take seminar, workshops, and they explain most of the things with the help of computer, use of IT. So here the role of teacher has changed. This is called online teaching. Then the era comes when we have a blended learning. And this is the era when we focus on blended learning. It is the mixture of classroom learning as well as online learning. And it is called hybrid learning also. We can say here the teacher's role from sage on stage is shifted to guide on side. The teacher's role on sage on stage is shifted to guide on side. That means earlier teacher was standing in front of stage and explaining the things, but now teachers facilitate their students. They guide their students from the side. They are helping them. They are mentoring. So there are different types of, see, if I talk about blended learning, so in finance sector also, the hard cash, from hard cash, we have moved from hard cash to digital payment system, soft cash. In area of marketing, the traditional way of marketing, although it is there, but now social media marketing is much more in demand. If I talk about shopping, so under one click through mobile phone, we can get everything we shop, like Amazon, under one click, mobile click. And the payment is there. So this is called e-commerce. So shopping is done. So most of the things have been changed. So there are different types of blended learning. If I talk about blended learning, the first one is station rotation. Station rotation means, as the name itself has a meaning. Station rotation means, suppose there are a class, suppose in the class there are 60 students. 20 students, teachers, 20 students are instructed by the teachers. These 20 students are sent in next station and they discuss the matters. There is a collaborative activity. And these 20 students are sent in another station where online instructions are given by the computer. So that means first teacher explain them, then they have a collaborative meeting, and then they take a help of computer. So this rotation is going on. So this is called station rotation. Next is enrich virtual. Enrich virtual means here focus is given on online course, but here students takes the help of teachers only when there is a doubt. Enriched virtual. If I talk about physical mode, then we require teacher. But if I talk about virtual or online mode, then we take the help of teacher only when there is a doubt. If you have a doubt, then you just drop a mail to them. Another type of blended learning is flexible learning. Flexible learning means you are learning from your home at any place. You are learning at own pace. For example, if I talk about Swayam, NPTEL portal or Coursera or any other MOOC courses. So it is called flexible learning, where you get the material in the form of video lectures and you just sit at your own place and getting knowledge. Then we have flipped classroom. What is there in flipped classroom? It is extended over e-learning. That means if I talk about traditional learning, what teachers do, they take a lecture and give home activities. But in flipped classroom, it is the opposite of that. We give some material and in next day, we have a discussion with the teacher and with peer members. So this is called a brainstorming activity where material is provided in advance and student has to do, student has to read the material and accordingly they have to deliver. They have to go for brainstorming activity. Another type of blended learning is self-directed. Self-directed means student is learning by himself, but to become expert, he has to go from following phases. So there are 4 stages for that. The first stage is dependent. Here, student is totally dependent on teacher, and what teacher is doing? Teacher is providing knowledge to them. Teacher is giving fixed knowledge. They give coaching. They give lectures. We can say each and everything teacher is going to explain. Stage 2 is once teacher has explained the things, whatever teacher has explained, student take in the same way, and then the student is under stage 2. student is interested. So here the role of teacher is like a guide or motivate their students. So what teachers do, they motivate their students so that they come up with the interest and involve in the particular activity. By their inspiring lectures, students participate in the students show their interest in particular event. Third is involved, to make your students involved in some activities, and with practical knowledge they are learning the things. Here the teacher's role is like a facilitator. They are standing on their side, they are guiding them, and students follow the instructions and learn it. Like if I talk about seminar, suppose you are organizing a seminar. Now this is the event, this is the part of event management. So teacher is telling the instruction, with the help of the teacher's instruction, what you have to arrange, how you have to go for promotional activities, how you can make arrangements of the sitting how you can make the arrangements like sitting arrangement, or what is to be done in inaugural session or valedictory session. This is explained by the teachers, and everything is under the control of teacher, and they follow the instructions. Students are just following. That means they are properly groomed. Students are properly groomed now, and they are able to do the things by themselves under the consultant of teachers. So this is self-directed piece. If I talk about asynchronized or synchronized learning, so do you have any idea what is synchronized and asynchronized learning? Anybody who's having idea? What is synchronized and asynchronized learning? Synchronized, suppose if I talk about when teachers and student meet together. Like if I talk about this session, here I am available. If I'm not available, then you will get the recording, right? But when we have face-to-face interaction, when we have live chat, when we have live streaming, then it is called synchronized learning. So here, whatever I'm going to tell you, whatever PPTs I'm showing you, when we both come up with the same time and share knowledge, it is called synchronized learning. While in asynchronized learning, when IoT Academy provide the recording to you on WhatsApp or through mail, yes, I know that PPT is not displayed right now because I'm talking to you. And I have asked some questions, although you have not answered the question to me this time. So, asynchronized learning, when IoT Academy gives you video or YouTube link on your WhatsApp, then it will be called as because teacher and student are not available in the same time. So asynchronized and synchronized learning means engaging with the course content at a different time, like assigning notes to the students, reading material, upload media, online quizzes. So here the role of teacher is like a facilitator. Synchronized learning, if I talk about, so here both teacher and student come with the same time, like in, for example, live streaming and live chat. So here teacher. So here the role of teacher is facilitator. Here teacher is like a coach, right? Now, if I talk about active learning, do you have any idea about active learning? Another innovative method. There are some innovative methods. I will tell you the demo of innovative methods also. So these are innovative methods. We have started from blended learning. Under blended learning, we have 5 types of blended learning. Then we come up to active learning. What is active learning? Do you have any idea? Anybody who can say about active learning strategies or active learning? Anybody? This is the another type of innovative method. Anybody who would like to speak about active learning? I will feel good if you answer the question. Active learning, this is the another type of online learning method, or we can say the different type of pedagogy used by the teachers. This is used to engage most of the students and to promote the active participation. If teacher want to check whether they are listening to us or not, then they apply this type of strategy. Like I am using this strategy, whether you are listening to me or not. So in under active learning, there are some strategies used by the teachers. Like if I talk about reciprocal questioning, see, reciprocal questioning. This is the another strategy used by the teacher. Under reciprocal questioning, what teachers do, teacher divide the student into some groups and ask them to come up with the question related to the topic. Each group,
Excuse me, ma'am.
other group has to answer question. So every group get a chance to ask another group. So this is called reciprocal questioning. So these type of method is using by most of the academic
Excuse me,
fraternity.
ma'am.
Next is yes. Hello.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is breaking at times, ma'am. There is some disturbances, ma'am.
Uh,
Can you just check, ma'am?
I can see the net. See.
So there is some disturbances, ma'am. The voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking at times.
Let us start from here. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
so we were doing
Reciprocal questioning, ma'am.
yes reciprocal questioning. Reciprocal questioning. I hope you all have understood what is reciprocal questioning. Under reciprocal questioning, teacher make a group of the students, and each group has to ask question on the related topics to another group, and everybody get a chance to question another group member. Now, next is devil advocate approach. This is like we can say here teacher divide the whole class into two. This is like debate competition. So here what teacher is doing, they divide the class. Suppose there are in the class there are 30 students. 50 students will give the argument topics in favorable case, and 15 students will be given for against case. So it is just like debate. Next is peer teaching. Peer teaching means the teacher asks the students to instruct the classmate as teacher and enhance student. This will enhance the student interaction as well as group building skills. So here, student himself act like a teacher and explain the things. Another thing is gamification. Gamification means here teacher use some things like online games so that they can prepare their students. This is required to, if you want to take MCQ related test, so you can use this quizzes. You can use this quizzes. Just a minute. I'll give you demo of this, so you will enjoy, definitely enjoy. So instead of taking test in Google form, if you take test in the form of quizzes and use this link, create a question in this form, then people will love to answer. Because it is in a gamification method, gamification form. See, I have already created by using this quizzes. Some questions I have already set. These are the questions related to statistics. And what I have done, I will be sharing with you. Start live quiz. See, if you want to take quiz, so there are two options available, classic and instructor. If you click on this instructor page, then everything is under your control. It will be of 15 minutes if you have set for 15 minutes. If you start from here, then only the test is going to start. Otherwise, until and unless you click here, the test will not start. See, so you have to control. The control is given to the teacher. So for demo purpose, I will be sharing the link. So this is the code which you have to join. And I'm sharing the link to you. This is the link. You can join me. This is the code and you can join this link. Copy link. So just click on the link, enter this code and join. The thing is, you have to enter your own name, okay? Right? Up till now, no participants have joined. Just click on this link and enter the password. Only will be able to join this quizzes link. In this form, this is the way in which we can, this is a form of gamification in which we can inspire our students to be a part of this blended learning and our students understand in a fun activity. So is there anyone who would like to join? Since I have clicked on instructor page, if I start the test, then you will not be able to enter in the class. So if anybody who would like to study, then you can join the link and enter the code. After this, it will be, the ball will be on teacher's side, and once they start, click on start, then only the quiz will start. Anybody who would like to join? Dr. Aya Kanuchi, this is my own source and this is the thing I'm explaining. But I think you are not at all interested. That's why you are not joining the things. It is on teaching method, pedagogy and methodology. So just as nobody is interested, I think, so I'm going to click on start button and just show you the demo of this. It is in gamification mode. See, you can see these are some of the questions. See, this is the question. All the question is written over here, and this image is also displayed. This is the time limit. It is under teacher's hand. If you want, you can skip the part. The next question will be displayed. See, this is the next question. Find what sales number of salesmen. This is the question. Student has to answer the question. You can zoom it. You can zoom it out, zoom in, everything. Next question, if you want to click on next question, next slide, then it will appear. Every
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. You have to unmute yourself, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you please share the PPT on your behalf, on my
Yes,
behalf?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. I will be sharing.
Yes, we have done till quizzes. Then we have random name spinning. Under random name spinning, I will tell you afterwards because it is a demo session and right now it is not quite impossible for me. Ma'am, if you can open Google and enter random name spinning. In Google, type random name spinning.
Is it fine, ma'am?
This first one, wheel of names. Now, the dialog box you can see in the right side. You can write down the names of the participants like Vidya ji, Divya ji, Priya ji, Manju ji, and then click on OK. You can see the name over here. Just spin the button in the middle. The name has not entered yet right now, I think.
No, ma'am.
Have you entered the name over
Yes,
here?
ma'am.
Okay, Fatima ji is also there in the name. I cannot see the
No, ma'am. I
name.
have entered Divya ji, Savita ji, Manju.
but these names should appear over here. Yes, right. Now spin this. So this is in the gamification form. You can write down the name of the students over here. Generally, what we do in the pot, we write down the names of the student on the piece of paper and then shuffle it and then pick it up randomly. So instead of doing this, we can use this also, and people will enjoy all these things, students. So, Maheshwari ji, like it is your turn to answer the question, right? This in this way we can proceed. So the next is, so I hope it is clear, the gamification. The next slide is, the fourth one is project based learning. What we have to do under project based learning, this is the real time experience given to the students. So people, what we do, we give work to the students. This is again the brainstorming method. We give something, a project or internship form or apprenticeship form. What they have to do, they have to work in a group, make critical thinking on the particular topic, and make a project. So this is project based in the form of internship or apprenticeship. Next is problem based learning. What problem based learning means, we give some problem to the students and they have to find out the solution. Under traditional method, what was under traditional learning, we told the teacher help them to answer the question. Whatever we tell the students, they have to listen, they have to memorize it, and they have to memorize it. After this, they come up to us and take the solution. But in problem based learning, we give some cases, the real life cases, real life situation to them, and they try to solve by applying their own mind, just like case study, situational analysis, we can say. So this is problem based learning or case study learning. The next is, again, reciprocal teaching. I told you the reciprocal questioning. What is reciprocal questioning? Again, in reciprocal learning or teaching, it is associated with reading. First, we have to read, we have to understand the thing, and then we make questions and finally try to answer it. So that means it is totally based on the reading. First, we have to predict what is going on. We don't have the solution. So we have to read. Based on our reading, we have to make our minds accordingly. We have to think strategically. We have to predict. We have to answer the question in our mind and try to conclude it with the help of solution and summarize it. So this is called reciprocal teaching. Again, it requires critical thinking. Next is media literacy. Media literacy means you are going to question the media or newspaper or magazine content. You can find out the flaws. You are finding out the flaws in the media, in the newspaper. You are going to question them. Why it is written over here? This is not correct. Interpreting the logo. Write article about the real incidents. So that means you have to aware about media dictionary, or we can say it is the awareness. It is related to awareness regarding media. Next is the question is, most of the things are there. It is in theoretical form, but how to make our class more interactive? So for this, I recommend you to go for You Need a Wiki. Next slide, please. This, you can go for You Need a Wiki. Just type, just copy this, You Need a Wiki, or type it on the Google. And just click on the first one. So for this will be in bookish form. This will help you to provide notes to the students. Whatever you are maintaining, whatever notes you are preparing for the students, it will appear in a drive automatically and you can share the link. But the thing is, this is in the systematic form and just on one click, you can share whatever changes you are doing in the file, that will be visible to the students. There is no need to prepare PPT every time. In that particular PPT, you can add on the things. So for that, you have to create a wiki. Just click on create a wiki. For that, you have to maintain your own account, login. What you have to do, you have to sign in with Google. The first one. Okay, as per your convenience. So you can log in with your own device. That should be the Google ID. And then click on OK. Just scroll it down. Scroll it down.
I think I have to log in again, ma'am. I'll log in
Okay.
again.
Okay. In the meanwhile, I'm trying to connect. इसको इधर कर लेते हैं, काम करते हैं. Okay, just a minute. I will log in from my email ID. Just a minute. I'm sharing the screen from my mobile. Just a minute. I'm sharing the screen from my mobile. Please allow me.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you enter, you need a wiki after creating a login. I hope it is clear. I hope it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you log in with your email ID under youneedawiki.com, so you can see this type of this tab over here, the three horizontal lines. So click on create a wiki and give the name of the subject. See how many wiki I have. Wiki means subject name. How many subjects I've created? FRD, FM, FFB, the demo session, corporate finance. So I am providing notes to the students in this form. So this is just for your testing purpose. I will be giving you. See what I have done. This is the correlation. Under correlation, we have example. So you can add Google Doc, Google Sheet, Google Slides, everything. See, this is Google Sheet. This is Google Doc. And whatever. This is in the bookish form. Let us take one more example. I'll share with you. So what I have to do? Portrait. I'll be sharing my notes with you. On the top right hand side, you will see share option. And there are three options available: private, to whom you want to share. So you have to write it down the email ID. Generally, if you want to share with the students, then what you have to do? Click on shareable link, copy this link and share with the students. So have a look on this. So every time you do not need to prepare PPT for the students. See, just go through this link. You will be able to understand. So I have created so much wikis for the students for their easily accessible notes. So you can add as many things as you can. But the only thing is you have to log in with your Gmail account. Okay. Now we got half of the page visible.
Can I present, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I will stop sharing.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. So this is the advantage of you need a wiki. It is in a well organized material. It is easily accessible by the students, and you have to give a link to the students. Or not only you become the editor, you can give editorial rights to other person also, but not more than 3 to 4 person. You can make editor to only 2 or 3 persons. And there is automatically saving options. Another thing is online whiteboard, which is more in demand. So I have mentioned the name of the online boards like app, Canva, Zideboard. Zideboard is also common and used by the most of the teachers. It is in demand also. Jamboard, Miro, Classroom Screen, these are the freely available software. Stormboard, Twiddler, Whiteboard Fox, Scribbler. So whatever I have mentioned over here. You have to click on the screen, then only you will be able to see the presentation. Presentation is there.
Ma'am, you can just
Please click
continue.
on
Ma'am.
the screen.
Ma'am, you can just continue. Is it visible, ma'am?
It is visible to me, but the participant was saying ki it is not visible. So I am saying ki it is visible. Everybody is.
No issues, ma'am. You can continue, ma'am.
Huh. So the things which I have mentioned, the name of the boards which I have mentioned at the upper side, our app, Canva, Sideboard, it is freely available. And the second, the name which is given below the line, like Stormboard, Twiddler, it is for 30 days or 14 days. There are some time limits given by the particular site or board. So these are not freely available, but it is available for few days only. So I recommend you either to go for free boards, or you can use screen, smart board screen. If it is not available in the institution, then you can use these type of boards. Another board name is Wi-Fi whiteboard.fi. It is also in demand. Whiteboard.fi. You can see the advantage of this board. Not only student, but the teacher has a right to access the board of students. You can see, the teacher can see the board of students. They can make editing, they can rub, they can erase, they can write on their boards. So it is actually very good. Whiteboard.fi. Next slide, please. If you want to create your own content through MOOC courses, if you want to create your content or video lectures, so you can go for Loom, OBS software, Screencastify, or Screenomatic. So Screencastify is available for 15 minutes. You can create your video for 15 minutes and then make editing. After 15 minutes, it will be after 15 minutes for 3 times. Only for, it is accessible for 3 times only per day. And OBS software, it is the software which is available free on a free, which is available freely, and there is no limit of the time. And you can make editing also. You can create your own audio. You can create your own video or audio visual as well. So I recommend for OBS software. If you are new to this MOOC courses, then go for Screencastify. Next is assessment tool. Assessment means evaluation. Evaluation is done for the students and assessment is done at the end. Means there are 2 types of assessment, formative assessment and summative assessment. When you ask questions in between the lecture, then it is called formative assessment. And if you take test at the end of the semester, then it is called summative assessment. Assessment at the end. So for assessment, we have different tools, one of which I have already explained, that is quizzes. Next slide. So these are some of the assessment tools like Quizlet, Playbuzz, Quizmaker, SurveyMonkey, Quizpedia, Testmost, 123 Form, Kahoot, Hot Potatoes, Classmaker. So you can see quizzes over here. So I have already explained one of the assessment tool, that is in gamification mode. Next. So, the student, most of the faculty members may ask ki, what are the various strategies that may be used for the students for their engagement. So, provide your video lectures to the students who are slow learners, who do not understand the things. If you want to make them clear from the basics, so create your own video lectures for them. Instead of typical module, you can change the module name. Go instead of traditional module, you can go for uh, gamification module. Do not go for module 1, module 2, module 3. Instead of using module word, you can go for, ma'am, please change the slide. You can go for video gaming theme like mission 1, mission 2, unit 1, level 1, chapter 1. Netflix theme you can use, trailer, season 1, episode 1, because that will make this gamification form will enhance student participation and they involve in learn by fun activities. Cricket fans, IPL for unit 1, inning for next chapter. You can use tools also for assessment. I have already explained. For notes, I have already explained. You need a wiki. Online boards, I have already explained. One thing is important. Hide some Easter eggs. Easter eggs means there should be a hidden clue. This is in the form of puzzle. So you can create MCQs in between or puzzle in between, so to arouse the interest of the students, like quizzes or assignment. Another way to involve the students' engagement, like can go for team work. I've already explained in the form of project based. Give them group activities in the form of case study, presentation, debates, research work, apprenticeship, internship, and number of things are available to make them involve, to make the students involve and engage in other activities. This will help in creating building up the bonding between these students. Next. See, other collaborative work, instead of individual, instead of giving work to individual, we can go for collective work. This will create unity among the people. This will create competency as well. Competency between groups, not within the groups. Go for practical knowledge, live seminar, recorded interview, online career events, industry engagement, industry visit. So these are the things in which we can engage our students. Next. Now I will ask whether traditional learning teaching is good or online teaching is good. I want to know your viewpoint. Whether traditional learning or teaching is good or online teaching or learning. I want to know your viewpoint. Okay, Savita ji is saying it should be blended one. Okay. Any other answer? Traditional. Why traditional? The world is changing. Everybody is moving further. We are using technology, ICT tools, but you are saying ki still we have to go for traditional teaching or learning. Any specific reason? Okay, combination of traditional and online. Yes, okay. I can understand this. It should be blended. Yes, blended. As per the changing technology, changing scenario, we have to move forward. We have to be flexible enough. So we should go for blended learning. We cannot avoid traditional learning. We cannot skip the lecture method, because unless and until we make the students understand, they are not able to understand the things. Unless and until we provide lectures to the students, they are not able to understand the things. So traditional way of teaching is important. But apart from this, we have to incorporate the ICT tools. We have to incorporate blended learning in our teaching style. This is my opinion. Because the world is growing. Yes, regular teaching should be tech friendly. But do you think ki just lecture method is important? Are we dependent on lecture method? This PPT, we use of Google Slide, Google documents, Google Sheet, infographics. These are important these days. So we have to incorporate it in our daily lifestyle. But if a student know and they are more advanced than us, it will create a problem for us. So to become a tech friendly, we have to know the ICTs, the tools. So this is from my side. Any question or anything you would like to ask?